Bonjour et bienvenue à l'hospice. Donc aujourd'hui on va continuer nos aventures sur Gothic 2. On s'était arrêté au tout début, hein, quasiment. On a fait quelques quêtes et on doit se rendre en ville. Pour se rendre en ville, donc on a plusieurs solutions, dont une c'est de porter des habits de paysans. Habits de paysans que cet homme là juste en face pouvait nous vendre en travaillant pour lui, donc il nous baissait le prix de la tenue. Donc j'ai fait une quête pour lui, et puis je suis allé voir dans sa maison, parce que sa femme m'a donné une quête, notamment je crois que c'est une poêle à lui acheter, lui ramener, et il y avait un coffre. Bon, personne à droite, personne à gauche, j'ouvre le coffre, et dedans il y avait une tenue de fermier. Eh ben nickel, je me dis comme ça j'aurais pas à l'acheter. Donc je sors, je parcours un petit peu aux alentours et puis je tombe sur une espèce de pirate, de corsaire, qui me dit je dois aller en ville mais je sais pas comment faire. Et ben je lui dis ouais, t'as qu'à t'habiller en paysan. Il me dit j'ai pas de tenue. Et ben je lui dis j'en ai une. Donc il me l'achète. Et moi tout fier, je retourne voir le fermier pour qu'il me vende donc sa fameuse tenue. Mais là il me dit depuis ton passage, on nous a volé tout ce qu'il y avait dans le coffre. Et donc, il me met une tête au carré parce qu'il n'est pas content. Du coup, voilà, je me retrouve seul, comme d'habitude, sans pouvoir aller en ville parce que je n'ai pas de tenue. Mais il y a d'autres solutions et on va trouver ça. Donc, chaque acte a une conséquence. Bienvenue dans Gothic. Allez, on continue nos péripéties, c'est parti. Je pense qu'on peut faire au moins Ouais, le marchand hors du truc, ouais, ça c'est le marchand, cool. On va acheter cette fameuse...
Hey, you!
Who do we have here? You're on your way to the city.
Ouais,
Am
je me
I
rends en
not
ville,
right?
bah oui.
Maybe.
Hmm. You look like a
Petite dénuée.
fugitive.
Une tête de
All
fugitif.
fugitives are headed for the city. You could even be a former convict for the
L'ancien
mining
détenu de la
colony.
colonie.
I don't
Oui.
care where you come from, but I believe I have an interesting offer for you.
Ah, qu'avez-vous à
What
m'offrir?
do you have to offer?
The way you look, the guards will never let you into the city. I can help you get into the city.
Bah
I
ouais.
have here a
Un bout de
small
papier
piece of
frappé du sceau
paper
royal.
with the royal seal and the governor's
Ce qu'on appelle un
signature.
laissez-passer.
A pass. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about as
Allez, venir à votre
raggedly
guise,
as you
même si vous êtes
please,
vêtu de
and the
vaillant.
guards will leave you
Ah,
alone. Interested?
bah oui. Il doit y avoir une entourloupe là-dessous. Comment allez-vous entrer en ville? Que voulez-vous en échange du laissez-passer? Il doit y avoir une entourloupe.
There must be a catch to this.
No, no catch. You will merely owe me a favor.
Comment allez-vous entrer en ville?
How will you get into town?
The guards know me. I will simply tell them that I have
Il
lost
suffit que je
my
leur dise que j'ai
pass.
perdu mon laissez-passer. Que voulez-vous en échange?
What do you want for your pass?
I knew you were the right man. Listen, you will get the pass from me, now.
Just like that?
Just so. But
Si
if
je
I
me
meet
retrouve en
you
ville,
in
vous
the
me devez une
city,
faveur.
you owe
Ouais,
me a
ça sent le
favor.
mauvais plan,
Do
ça.
we have a deal?
Le problème, c'est... Allez.
Sure. Give me that paper.
Here, be careful with that. It is very valuable. One more thing. Don't
De
even
toute façon, j'ai
think
même
about
pas à
breaking
reprendre
your
votre parole.
word.
Ou ça sent pas
As a
bon.
merchant, I have a great deal of influence in the city. And it wouldn't go well for you. Believe me.
Montrez-moi vos
Show me
marchandises.
your wares.
Take your pick.
Euh, La poêle, nickel. Combien ça coûte? 20. Hop, je la prends. Est-ce que je
I've
l'ai?
gotta go.
Suit yourself.
Est-ce que je l'ai? Oui, j'ai la poêle. Qu'est-ce qu'il avait d'autre à vendre? C'est quoi mes perfs? Niveau 1, force 15, dextérité 10.
Hey,
Montrez-moi
show
vos
me your
marchandises.
wares.
Take your pick.
Dégâts 85, force requise 85, d'accord. 60, c'est pas bon. 55, 25, 30, ok. 20. Du 20. On avait Amulette de force mentale. Protection contre la magie. Pas mal ça. J'ai pas assez d'or. Allez, je dois y aller.
I've gotta go.
Suit yourself.
Ouais, ouais. Je suis en 30 images secondes. Bizarre, bon, c'est pas grave. Alors on va éviter de croiser le fermier parce qu'il est pas content. Ouais, c'est bizarre que je suis pas à 60. Bon, c'est pas gênant en fait. Ouais, je regarderai ça pour le prochain live.
Hey,
Voilà votre
here's
casserole.
your frying pan.
Fine. Let's see then whether it's any good.
Gagner 50 d'XP, parfait. Allez. Bon, donc le laisser passer, il ressemble à quoi? Le porteur de ce document, ouais, hein, un bas quartier. Au bas quartier. Bon. Je me rappelle plus si j'avais fouillé le champ. Là on va éviter. Ah, notre pari. Ça se prend, je sauvegarde. Y a rien, des fois autour des arbres y a des trucs. Oula, y a des machins, on évite. Lui il a pas dû.
Hey, you!
Non. C'est quoi ça? Hop, allez, on prend. Oula. Parchemin. Faut pas laisser traîner ça les gars. Je suppose que c'est... Oh merde. Viens là mon grand, viens. Ça c'est fait. J'ai pris la gourde, hein. Ouais je pense, hop. Je les aime pas les moustiques, ils sont trop forts pour moi je pense. Ouais mais super, il y a des loups. Des loups, des moustiques. Où je dois aller moi? Ah. Oh là là, oh là là. Oh là là, putain je fais crever. Pas beaucoup de potions. Par contre on peut manger, mais j'ai vraiment pas beaucoup de potions. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut manger? Champignons sombres. Ouais. Pas terrible. Baie des forêts. Plante médicinale. Hop. Oula, putain, elle est grosse. Un autre prairie, on va sauvegarder. Ouais, je sauvegarde souvent parce que c'est chaud. On va essayer d'éviter les messieurs là. Oh, j'ai dit éviter. Putain, j'aurais dû prendre discrétion. Vers quoi? Mais je suis revenu sur... Ah ouais, c'est la sortie là. Bon. Vers Khorinis. Bon, on y va. Donc c'est là-bas, ok. D'accord, oui, le panneau, ouais, je l'ai pas vu. Ok, alors j'ai des parchemins de sort. Est-ce que boule de feu, flèche de feu, est-ce qu'on peut le... Je vais sauvegarder et essayer de mettre ça dans la... Ouais, en 5. Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a en 1, 2, 3, 4? En 1, il y a ça. En 2, c'est ça. En 3, il y a quoi? En 3, il n'y a rien. Mais en 4, j'ai soins légers. Ok, 4 soins légers, 5 flèches de feu. Eh ben, écoute, ma foi, ça bloque le chemin. Viens, viens, mon grand, viens, viens. Oh non! Ah oui! Viens là. Oh, c'est bon ça, putain, flèche de feu. Ah merde, je peux pas les prendre. Bon, petite sauvegarde, hein. On n'est pas limité, donc on les fait. Il me semble qu'il y a une herbe là-bas, non? On l'aurait dit. Eh oui, c'est bon ça. Allez. Ah, je vois un fléau là-bas. Caca les fléaux. J'aime pas ça. Il faut de l'XP, je suis à combien? 1205, il faut 1500. Allez, on va se le faire lui. Ouais, viens là, mon grand. Non, 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 qu'est-ce que je fais? Ouais, je suis... Oh, comment je me suis loupé? C'est pas grave, c'est le jeu, ma pauvre Lucette. Bon, on va peut-être manger quelque chose. Des baies de prairie, ça rend que 5. Herbes faucheuses, non. Plante médicinale, allez. J'aime pas tout bouffer. Il y a des rats là. Ça va peut-être m'aider à passer le level. 1, 2, 3. Allez les gavans, viens, viens, viens. Oh putain. Oh, je crois que je le sens mal. Oh là là. Ah ouais, je le sentais mal. Putain, ils sont trop forts les rats géants. Ah. On charge, j'espère que ça va pas planter. Non, parfait. Bon, on en reviendra plus tard. Là, il y a quelque chose. Vous voyez, une herbe. Plante médicinale, parfait. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a ici? Ah, bah bien. On peut passer en dessous. Oh, de l'or. Merci. Épée rouillée. On va voir ça, épée rouillée. Dague 5. Épée rouillée. Ah mais faut 32 force, putain, l'arnaque. Sauvegarde. Oh, champignon. Il y a quelque chose là. Épée rouillée. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a ici? Une hache rouillée. Est-ce que c'est meilleur que ce que j'ai? Hache rouillée, oui, mais c'est... je peux pas l'utiliser. Quelqu'un qui parle là. C'est en haut? Je vois rien. Non. Oh, marteau. Tout ce qu'il a. Si. Prisonniers, oui, je prends. Anneau d'argent. Anneau d'argent. Anneau d'argent, valeur 120. Bien. Décroché, qu'est-ce que c'est la flacon de laboratoire? Torche, pierre. Une pépite d'or, ma foi, marteau, et une tige d'arbre des marais. Ok. Ouais, ok. On sent quand même le joueur expérimenté qui sauvegarde toutes les 2 secondes. Plante médicinale, plante médicinale, plante médicinale et plante médicinale. Est-ce qu'on peut aller par là? Il semblerait. On peut descendre apparemment aussi. C'est moi où il y a un squelette en bas? Un squelette on dirait. Donc là on peut faire le tour. Allez, on va déjà essayer là. Comment on descend? Non, non, range, range. Magnifique. Comment est-ce qu'on descend? J'ai pas appris à descendre. Ah, halte peut-être. Ok, bon, c'est pas halte. Attends, si je fais ça et ça. Non, ça marche pas. Ouais, là, ça fait ça parce qu'on est collé. Est-ce que j'arriverai à passer par là? Oui, non. Mais non. Ah, je suis à 60 FPS maintenant, ma foi. Ah, j'ai l'impression... Ça n'a pas l'air si haut là en fait. Et j'ai l'impression qu'il y a une grotte même. Bon, ouais, on reviendra plus tard. Allez, on va peut-être passer par là histoire de voir. J'aurais cru. On voit rien. Voilà, ça c'est fait. Hop. Ouais, il n'y avait rien d'exceptionnel. Allez. Peut-être un peu haut. Ok. Allez, on va essayer de rentrer en ville avec le laissez-passer. On a bien tout fouillé, il n'y a plus rien. Ça, je sais pas si on peut les taper ça. Non. Youpi. Il y a des trucs là-haut, attends. Yeah. Oh, viande de taupier. Qu'est-ce que... Non. Non, 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 non. Non, non. 5, vas-y. Il est où? Il est en bas? Oui, il s'est barré. Ah, il s'est barré. Pff. Ok, viande de taupier. Est-ce qu'il y a l'air d'avoir quelque chose derrière? Non. Non. Oh putain, 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 putain. Mais pourquoi je suis monté? Bon, il se barre, allez. On va juste fouiller ça. Eh, je suis revenu à 30 FPS, c'est bizarre. Pourtant ça bouge bien, ouais, ça bouge bien.
Come here, damn beast.
Oh le con, mais il a fallu qu'il tombe lui.
Hey,
Oh,
I still got it.
j'ai pas eu l'XP. Oh, c'est pas cool. Merci pour l'aide, mais j'ai pas eu l'XP. On va faire une vraie sauvegarde. Hop, hop, hop. Voilà. Et une rapide. Bah on va regarder ce côté-là du coup. Il y a peut-être des trucs sous...
What is it?
Ah merde.
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
N'entrerai pas
Why
ici.
not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing but trouble here, boy. And we got enough rabble in
Il y
the
a
city.
suffisamment de vermine en ville.
We have no use for people without money.
Mais j'ai de l'argent. Je vais rejoindre, voici 100 pièces d'or. Non. Déjà je veux faire mon... Oups, petit ok. Je vais faire mon petit tour. Bon, le petit tour il va vite s'achever parce que... des bestioles que j'aime pas, je suis pas assez fort pour le moment. Si je peux les one shot c'est cool, mais sinon ils font très mal.
What is it?
You aren't getting in here,
Oui,
my
je
boy.
sais, je sais, je
Looking
sais.
the way- we got
Blablabla, blablabla. Non,
I've got a pass.
laissez
Really?
passer.
And who you kill for that, you
Et qui
cutthroat?
vous avez
Now, will
tué?
you let me pass or not?
Well, go on in before I change my mind.
Ah, cool, ça a marché. Alors j'ai quoi comme autre quête? Quête en cours, l'homme au bandeau. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? L'étrange type avec un bandeau sur l'œil cherche à entrer en ville. Voilà, je lui ai donné des vêtements de fermier. Ils lui permettront de passer inaperçu aux yeux des gardes. Voilà, je me suis fait avoir. La tenue de travail de Lobar. Le fermier Lobar est disposé à me vendre une tenue de travail, mais maintenant, il veut me taper dessus. Ah oui, les mages de l'eau qu'il faut que je rencontre et l'anneau de l'eau. L'œil d'Inos, c'est la quête principale. Ok. T'es sûr que tu veux pas me parler, lui?
Move a little.
On va circuler, non, il veut pas. Lui.
Hey,
Non. Qu'y a-t-il?
what's up?
Listen, you now have access
J'ai
to the
désormais
city,
accès à la ville,
but
mais
that
ça ne veut pas
doesn't
dire
mean
que
you
vous
can
puissiez
do
faire
whatever
quoi que
you
ce
want
soit.
around
Si
here.
vous
If you
voulez.
don't stick to the rules, you'll lose all
Si vous
your
ne
rights
respectez pas les
here.
règles, vous perdrez tous vos droits. Ok, bon, ça fait pas de soucis. Qui c'est lui? Je respecte les règles, moi. Je vais juste fouiller un peu, hein, s'il y a des trucs. J'ai peut-être pas le droit d'être là vu que j'ai qu'un laissé passer pour la ville basse. Aïe aïe aïe.
Only the citizens of
Seuls les
the town
citoyens
and
et
the
les troupes du
king's
roi peuvent
troops.
accéder au quartier. Ouais, j'en étais sûr. Je suis un citoyen respectable. Donc normalement,
Halt, stranger. I am Lothar,
Lothar, paladin du roi et
Paladin of
humble
the
serviteur de
king
notre
and humble
seigneur
servant
Inos.
of Inos, your lord. Our commander, Lord Hagen,
m'a confié
has
une tâche de
entrusted me with
m'entretenir
the
avec tous les
task of
nouveaux venus afin
explaining
de
to
leur
all
expliquer les nouvelles
newcomers
lois
the new laws
qui
which
s'appliquent à
apply
tous les
to
habitants de
all
notre ville.
inhabitants of the city.
J'espère que ce
Since
sera pas
people
trop.
have started simply
Depuis que les
vanishing
gens ont
all
commencé à
over the
disparaître
town,
dans toute la
everyone needs
ville,
to watch
chacun doit
out
faire
that they
attention à ne
don't
pas subir le
suffer the
sort,
same fate.
le même sort. J'ai un message important pour le chef des paladins, des citoyens de cette ville disparaissent purement et simplement. Très bien, expliquez-moi les règles de la ville. On va demander déjà ça.
The townspeople are simply
Nouvelle
disappearing?
quête.
Yes, it seems to be
Ils
more
semble
every
changer,
day.
il y a de plus en
It's
plus.
most annoying that the militia have
Plus
still
qu'ennuyeux que la
not been
milice
able
n'ait
to
pas encore
discover
réussi à
what's
découvrir ce
behind
qui se
these
cache derrière ces
strange
faits étranges.
occurrences. Small wonder that the town's
Il est étonnant que les
inhabitants
habitants de la ville
are
se
very
montrent très
wary of
prudents avec les
strangers
étrangers
now.
maintenant.
So don't provoke them when
Ne
you're
les
in
provoquez
town.
pas
Understood?
quand vous êtes en ville. Ouais, ça, je sais. Puis-je passer la
Where can I
nuit?
spend the night here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep,
Allez
go
à
to the
l'hôtel,
hotel
situé en face de la
directly
caserne.
across from the
Ok.
barracks. The paladins pay for the lodging of all
Et le
travelers
gîte
who
de
come to
voyageurs
the city.
s'arrête en ville.
The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
Ok. Allez, explique-moi les règles.
All right. Explain the rules of the city to me.
First, the Honorable Paladin
C'est ce qu'on
Lord
préside dans le
Hagen
quartier.
resides
De
in
toute
the
façon, je
upper
pourrais pas le voir de
quarters,
suite.
along with his troops. That is why access to the upper quarter is allowed only
Citoyen
to
honorable.
honorable citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the
D'accord,
paladins.
paladin.
Only the paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate
Et
himself
auprès du
with the
commandant de la
commander
milice.
of the
D'accord.
militia. Any questions?
Donc comment puis-je accéder au
How
quartier?
do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all? You're not a citizen
Non,
of this
j'écoute
town.
pas, c'est connu.
You can save yourself the trip. The guards won't let you in. The entire area behind the inner
la
gate
porte
is off
intérieure vous
limits to
interdit.
you.
Ok. Où puis-je trouver le commandant des gardes de la ville?
Where can I find the commander of the city guard?
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the
Rue de
other
la
end of the
caverne de
city.
l'autre bout de la ville. Ok. J'ai un message important pour le
I
chef
have an
des paladins.
important message for the leader of the paladins.
The Honorable Lord
Honorable,
Hagen
ne reçoit
is not
personne.
receiving anyone. Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for
Seigneur
all
André,
issues
d'accord.
pertaining to the common folk.
Comment devenir citoyen
How
de
do
la
I
ville?
be...
Only those with regular jobs
emploi
will be
régulier.
considered but don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord
Je pense pas
Hagen
qu'il suffise
just
de devenir
because you're a
citoyen pour être
citizen
admis en
of the
prison du Seigneur
town.
Hagen. Ok.
As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more.
D'accord.
Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the
Membre de la
town
milice.
hall.
Mais j'ai pas envie de faire partie de la milice. Puis-je trouver du travail?
Where can I find work?
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the
L'apprenti de l'un
masters
des
here in the
maîtres,
lower.
d'accord.
As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of the town. However, the other masters must agree to it. That's the custom here.
D'accord.
If you were thinking about looking for work in the Harbor District,
Inutile de
forget
rêver.
it.
D'accord.
The scum of the city live
C'est
there.
la ville qui
Don't
résigne,
even
elle est pas,
go
vous le
there.
regretterez.
You would regret it.
On va y aller?
I've got to go.
As long as you're in Khorinis, you can. The king's paladins watch over
La
this.
guerre depuis quelque temps. Ok. Hop, on sauvegarde, on va pas se retaper tout ça si on perd. Un étal. Citoyen. On va faire le tour tranquillou.
But Adanos feared
Hey,
for
you,
the day in
wait,
which
you
the
look
beast
familiar to
would
me.
return.
What do you
Vous
want?
rappelez quelqu'un?
I've seen your face before
Déjà vu
somewhere,
votre tête
right?
quelque part, oui. Sur un avis de recherche, ouais, bah oui, forcément.
Here, we found this picture on some bandits we
And
picked up
so
a few
he
days
bade
ago.
Enos
Looks
to
a lot
leave
like
a
you.
part of his
Apparently,
power
those
in
guys
his
were
realm
looking for
so
you.
that he might restore it to the human if the beast should return.
Gee, I'd never have thought of
Jamais
that
pensé tout
myself.
Very
And
funny.
Enos,
What did those
in
guys want
his
from you?
wisdom,
Ask him yourself.
so.
You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're
Ils sont
dead.
morts.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some
On saura
kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he
but
can
the
help you.
light was a
You'll find him in the
torment for
barracks.
Beliar. And all
Il y en a
that
pas mal, hein, de
Enos
parler, là.
created was
Sérieux.
destroyed by Beliar.
Ralenti, là.
But Adonos saw that this way
Vatras. D'accord.
nothing could exist at all.
Citoyen, citoyen,
No
citoyen.
light and no darkness.
J'ai changé de level? Pas encore, putain.
And so he set himself
Hey.
between his brothers in order
Eh
to
bien, Cameron.
reconcile
What
their
have we
dispute.
here?
Have
And
you
he
no
did
manners?
Et vous, bonne
That's
manière.
disgusting. Oh, is this filthy rabble? Haven't you
There,
a job
where
where you ought to
Adonos
be?
stood,
But I
was a
suppose no
place
one
in
would miss
which
a
Enos
down-at-heel
and
Bon, rien tel que
fellow
vous,
like
donc
you,
personne.
eh?
No
Well, if
power.
you had as much gold as I do, you
Il n'y a
wouldn't
pas
have
besoin de
to work
travailler
either.
non plus. Pas de
But
risque
you'll
que
never
ça
be
vous
that
arrive un jour.
rich.
And
I
in
see I'm
this
gonna have
place,
lots of fun with
order
you.
Nous allons bien nous
and
amuser.
chaos were equal, and so the sea was created.
Je vous ai demandé
I
de
asked
qui
you.
vous étiez.
I am Valentino,
And the
the
seas
handsome,
released the
bon
land.
vivant, and
And
ladies'
there
man.
arose all
Poor in cares, rich
creatures,
in wisdom
trees
and gold, and
as
the
well
women
as
throw
animals,
themselves at me.
wolves
If you
as
have
well as
problems,
sheep,
keep them.
and
I
last
don't need
of
them.
all, arose the human.
Non, on va pas se
And
battre.
Adanos was pleased with what had
Avez
arisen.
autre chose à me
Do you
dire?
have anything else to tell me?
In all
Make
the
yourself
beings
popular.
equal.
Never
Devenez
promise
populaire, ne
anything
promettez
to
jamais rien à
anyone.
personne.
Take what you can and
But
watch
so
out that
great
you don't
was
get
the
into
wrath
a
of
quarrel with
Belliard.
militia
He
or
came
with
across
jealous
the
husbands,
land
of course.
and
They're the
chose
worst,
the
let me tell
beast.
you.
And Barrière spoke
Ok.
to it, and the beast became his
Bon, on va pas se
subject.
battre. Hein.
And Barrière gave unto it a portion of his
Vers la rue
divine
Marchande, on
power,
ira plus
so that it
tard.
might destroy
On va
the
sauvegarder.
land.
C'est qui lui? Pablo, il est venu là, d'accord. Pas une pièce d'or qui traîne. Non. Il y a une enseigne ici. Ok, ça c'est la taverne. Alors, est-ce que j'ai une nouvelle quête? Où sont les hommes disparus? De nombreux citoyens de Khorinis sont disparus, personne ne semble savoir ce qui leur est arrivé. Ok, ça on
And
saura
Barrière spoke to another creature.
plus
But
tard.
Adanos brought forth the tide, and the
Mais j'avais
creature
pas un
was
truc à
lost
donner à
on the face of the
Bartras. M'a indiqué le mage de l'eau pourra certainement m'en apprendre davantage sur l'anneau de l'eau. Ok. On ira le voir plus tard. On fait le petit tour tranquille. On peut se familiariser avec la ville. C'est rien à prendre aussi au passage. Non.
I've got no time for things like that.
Garde de la ville. Hakon. Des cordes, Jorah, ok. Une porte, bien. Daron.
What can I do for you? Are you seeking
Ouais, je recherche
spiritual
l'apaisement
comfort?
spirituel.
Do
J'ai
you want
adressé
to
une prière à
direct
notre
the
Seigneur
prayer
Inos et
to
faire
our
une offrande à
Lord?
notre église. D'où venez-vous?
Where do you come from?
I come from the monastery of the
Voilà, ça, magiciens
magicians,
dans les
which
montagnes.
lies in the mountains. We accept
Nous acceptons
everyone
tous ceux
there
qui ont
who
le
is
cœur
pure
pur
of
et qui
heart
souhaitent servir le
and
tout-puissant
feels the
Seigneur
desire
Inos.
to serve our almighty Lord in us.
Que faites-vous en ville?
What do you do?
I have discussions with the
Des affaires à
paladins
régler avec les
and
paladins et j'aide la
support the
population de mes
citizens with
conseils et de
my
mes paroles
advice
rassurantes.
and with helpful words. Particularly in these
Particulièrement en
difficult
ces temps
times,
difficiles,
it is
il est
our
de notre
duty
devoir
to
d'être
be
là pour
there
le
for the
peuple et d'aider les
people and
pauvres.
to help the poor.
Dites-moi plus au sujet du
Tell me more
monastère.
about the monastery.
We instruct our students in all forms of
Toute forme de
magic.
magie.
But the
D'accord.
arts of the magicians of fire consist of more than these alone. We are also well versed in the art of
Alchimie, la
alchemy
création de puissantes
and in the
runes.
creation of powerful runes. We also make excellent
Excellent vin.
wine.
Ouais. Le problème c'est que j'ai pas envie de devenir magicien moi. Parlez-moi
Tell me
d'Inos.
about Inos.
Inos, our almighty
Le Dieu
Lord,
tout-puissant et la
is the
lumière et le
light
feu.
and the fire. He chooses humans to be his
Il a
tools,
choisi les hommes
giving
pour
them
ses
magic
instruments.
and laws. We act in his name. We administer justice according to his will and preach his word.
Région sa sagesse. Ok. À combien s'élève
So,
le
how much
point?
does a
Ah,
donation usually run
50
to here?
d'expérience.
Well, that depends on what percentage you want to give, son. Let me see how much you brought.
You have more than 100 gold pieces. The Lord says,
Donnez
give
si vous
if
avez.
you have. The church accepts your generous donation. I bless you in the name of Inos.
Ah bah voilà, putain, j'ai
For
perdu
he is
50.
light and righteousness.
Bon, j'ai gagné 50 XP, mais non, je veux pas faire d'autres offrandes. Je dois parler au paladin.
I need to talk to.
Well,
Il faut
you
que vous ayez
need
accès au quartier de la
access
ville,
to
mais
the
ce n'est
upper
permis qu'aux
end of
citoyens
town,
membres de la
and
garde.
of course, to us.
Nous autres, les magiciens de
How can
feu.
I become a fire magician?
Mais je veux
You
pas
must
devenir
join our
vous
order
devez
as
rejoindre
a
notre ordre en
novice.
tant que novice.
When
Une
you
fois
have served for a time,
vous aurez servi pendant
perhaps
quelques
you'll
temps,
be
vous serez
accepted
peut-être
into the
accepté au sein
ranks
des
of the
magiciens.
magicians. However, the
C'est un
path
long
to
chemin nécessitant
acceptance
du
is
travail et beaucoup
long
d'études.
and full of work and study.
Eh ben, je me suis fait niquer 50 pièces. Bon, ma foi. J'ai eu 50 d'XP, il m'en manque encore beaucoup. Ça. Pas une bourse qui traîne là? Un garou. Alors. Que faites-vous ici?
What are you doing here?
I wouldn't know how that
Ça
is
ne vaut
any.
rien. Ok, ça au moins c'est clair. Ça c'est qui? Zoris.
You still owe me a
Vous me devez
favor.
toujours une faveur.
It is time to
Ah
pay
putain
your
déjà.
debt.
What do you want?
I want my old
Je veux
stall in the
récupérer mon
marketplace
emplacement de
back.
la place du marché.
Sarah
Sarah
snatched
c'est
it away from
l'approprié.
me.
Ah
But she
putain.
has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison, you pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
Sérieux?
What will happen if I refuse to do that?
That would be truly stupid of you, because you see, I know that you're an escaped
là là.
convict. If that gets around, it could do considerable harm to your situation in the city.
No,
That was the wrong decision.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
Bon. Ok, j'ai pas envie de faire son truc. Là, on peut dormir. Ok. Là, on peut fumer.
How strange. It seems to me that I have met you before, traveler. Well, great are the mysteries of time and space. Oh, please
Fils de
forgive
la
my
patience.
rudeness, son of
Je ne
patience.
vous ai pas encore
I
salué.
have not even greeted you yet. Welcome, friend. Take a seat on my humble rugs and enjoy a pipe in peace.
Qui êtes-vous?
Who are you?
My name is Abu Jin ibn Jadir ibn Omar Khalid bin Haji al-Sharidi. I am a seer and a prophet, an astrologer
fournisseur en tabac.
and a purveyor of tobacco.
Quelle sorte de tabac?
What kind of tobacco do you offer?
My pipes are filled with spicy, refreshing apple tobacco. Help yourself whenever you want, son of adventure.
Avez-vous d'autres sortes
Do you
de
have
tabac?
other tobacco as well?
I offer only the very best tobacco. This apple plant
symphonie
is a
d'armes,
symphony
pays
from
natal,
my homeland,
ville
the
méridionale.
Southern Isles. But of course, I'm always open to
Toutes
trying
sortes que
a
quelqu'un
different sort
produise en
of
qualité.
tobacco. If somebody should succeed in producing a really good tobacco,
How's that done?
start with my apple
Ça
tobacco
va
as a
mon tabac à la
basis,
pomme comme point
and
de
then try
départ et essayer d'y
combining
ajouter
it
un
with
autre
another
ingrédient.
ingredient.
D'accord.
This is done at an
On a
alchemist's
établi et connaître les bases de
bench,
l'alchimie.
provided
Ok.
you know the essentials of alchemy.
Puis-je trouver du tabac à la
Where
pomme?
can I get apple tobacco?
I shall give you 2 portions. It is up to you, in your wisdom,
Ah bah
to
voilà,
do
cool.
with them whatever you want. If you crave more, then direct your
Adressez-vous à
steps
Zuris,
towards
maître des potions,
Zuris,
celui
the
qui
master of
produit et commercialise
potions.
ce tabac.
He
Ok.
produces this tobacco, and he sells it too.
Pouvez-vous me faire une
Can
prédiction?
you make me a prophecy?
My services are yours for a modest fee.
D'accord.
Oh, father of generosity.
How much do you want?
For a paltry 25 coins, I shall risk a glance through time for you. But remember, the future is always uncertain.
Pourquoi
All I
pas?
can do is glimpse some fragments of time.
Allez, vas-y.
Tell me about the future.
All right, seeker of knowledge. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready?
Bah oui. Eh, 200 XP, là, j'ai bien fait.
Orcs. They are guarding an entry,
J'ai galerie,
an old tunnel, a valley of mines, men in shining armor, a magician.
Votre
Your
ami se trouve là
friend is
compagnie
with
et il vous
them.
attend.
He is waiting for you. Fire! An
Une
attack!
attaque très puissante.
A
Puissante
mighty
créature.
creature.
Les flammes, c'est mort, tombe mort.
Flames. Many shall die. What is
Qu'est-ce que
that?
c'est? Une ville des ruines.
A
Cardoron.
city.
Non. Jarkenda.
Ruins. Quarholdron in Jarkandar. He is summoned. Quarholdron in Jarkandar. I'm sorry. The vision is over. There's nothing more I can see.
Ok.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis.
On peut
By the
filmer?
explicit order of the Honorable
Ah,
Lord
c'est trop loin.
Hagen,
Ah,
the
si, on peut.
following decree is hereby enacted. By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs, each inhabitant of the city, everyone is to begin training in the skills of combat immediately, and to arm himself appropriately.
Bartok, propriétaire. Ulf. Garde. Hérold.
Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
Il me reste combien de pièces d'or du coup 221, ok.
Hey, you!
Qu'y a-t-il?
How's it going?
You're not from around here, are you? Never mind, neither am I.
Where did you hang around before?
In the woods, hunting scavengers and wolves, together with some hunters. But I gave it up. These are dangerous times. There's a lot of riffraff running around out there.
Beaucoup de gens fréquentables ici. Il trouvait des jeux de chasseurs.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Where can I find the other hunters?
We had our camp outside near the tavern halfway to Onar's farm. But I don't know whether there's anyone left in the camp now. There used to be 2 of us here in town until a few days ago. My friend Trokar is an excellent hunter.
That's totally obvious.
Où est votre ami?
So, where is your friend Trokar now?
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's tavern, discussing the hunt. Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then.
Is it really true?
I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swamp weed reapers. He never came back.
It's all just gossip.
Alors, où puis-je me procurer?
Where does one get swamp weed reefers?
Somewhere down at the harbor, as far as I know.
Ne l'avez-vous pas
Didn't you
recherché?
go
Oui.
looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia. But they haven't been able to find him yet. I hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf, or worse. I'm afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
I can't help it.
Vous m'apprendre des choses sur la
Can you
chasse.
teach me something about hunting?
I can teach you how to
Je vais
sneak
vous apprendre à
properly
vous
and
déplacer
how to handle
discrètement
a
et vous
bow.
servir d'un arc.
If you want to learn how to skin an
À
animal,
dépecer un
go to
animal, adressez-vous à
Bosper.
Bosper.
He's the one who taught me.
Bien, Bosper.
Not my problem.
You don't say.
Pourquoi ne pas les chasser
Why don't we
ensemble?
go hunting together?
With 2,
À deux,
it
c'est
isn't
moins
so
dangereux. Bah oui.
dangerous, that's true. Do you know anything about hunting then? I mean, do you know how to skin an animal?
Non.
No.
Then it wouldn't be worth it. Come back when you learn
D'accord.
something.
Faut que j'apprenne à dépecer.
That's all just gossip.
Il manque 25
Hear ye,
XP.
inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit
Ça,
order of
sauvegarder.
the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following
Rangarou, il m'a
decree is
remballé.
hereby
Non, il m'a
enacted.
remballé.
Hey, you!
From this moment onward,
I
Lord
wouldn't know how
Andre
that
will
is-
take
Ah
the
oui, c'est
supreme
marrant,
command of our militia.
Euh,
All the citizens of this
Jorah,
city who have martial skills at their disposal
My
are
name
here
is
with
Baltron.
urge to
I'm
join
afraid
the
I'll have
royal
to
militia.
disappoint you,
Will it ever change?
but I'll be getting...
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Vous avez vu du
Have you got a
travail.
job for me?
No, I already have an errand
Un
boy.
garçon de course, demandez aux autres marchands.
I won't tell
Là,
her
on va
anything.
demander à Jorah.
Inos be with you, stranger. If you're looking for a good selection for the traveler, then you're in the right place. But I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping yourself without paying, I'll call
Just a moment. Do I look like a thief?
Bah! You won't be the first one to make off with my things today.
Quelqu'un vous a volé?
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The fellow was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaroo, if that really is his right name. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days. I only looked away for a moment, and my purse was gone.
D'accord.
These are bad times.
I could get your gold back for you.
Oh, and why would you do that?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Well, that depends. Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
You've got the wrong man. I'm from out of town like most of the merchants in the marketplace. If you want to get into the upper quarter, go talk to the resident merchants in the lower part of town.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
First, see if you can get my purse back. Then, we'll talk about your reward.
D'accord.
Why didn't you call the city guard?
The guards only respond if a thief is caught in the act. And when I noticed my purse was missing, the bastard was already gone.
Déjà parti. Ok. Combien y a-t-il d'or?
How much gold was in that purse?
50 gold pieces.
50.
That's quite a lot in these crappy times.
He simply talks too much.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. If you just knock the bastard down, the city guard will get involved. Lately, things have been getting really tough here. Since the paladins came to town, the guards have been cracking down on brawlers. So think of something.
I shall.
Ok.
That's really not
About the...
Yes, how's it going?
I'm still...
And see to it that you...
Je dois y aller. L'heure du marchand.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen,
Hey, you.
the following decree is hereby enacted.
Hey, what...
From this moment onward, Lord Andre will take the supreme command of our militia.
You're working for the paladin?
All the citizens of this city who have martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged to join the royal militia.
Comment ça se passe avec
How
les
are
arbres?
things...
No reason to worry. We in this go home and let us do
Rentrez chez vous
our
les
work.
faire notre intervention sur la ville, c'est
Town
bien.
and it.
Ok, tu veux une autre bière peut-être?
Would you like another beer?
Sure, I want
sûr.
another.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
On va lui offrir. C'est qui Ulf?
That's all just gossip.
What are you doing?
I'm a novice from the monastery. I run errands for the magicians and also the paladins. I have provided the 3 innkeepers in the city with wine from the monastery.
D'accord. Qui sont les 3 aubergistes?
Who are the 3 innkeepers?
One of them is the good man here behind the bar. Then there is Karagon, who has his tavern on the Temple Square, and Cardiff, the owner of the tavern in the Harbor District.
What can you tell me about the monastery?
We novices seek enlightenment in prayer to Innos and learn the principles of faith from the magicians. We serve them as we serve Innos and prepare ourselves for the union with the fire.
Non, j'ai pas envie d'aller au monastère. Par
Hear
contre,
ye, inhabitants of Khorinis.
je sais
By the
regarder que si je
explicit
prends une
order
bière
of
sans
the
faire
Honorable
attention,
Lord Hagen, the
Hey,
following
come closer.
decree is hereby
Lord Andre
enacted.
is springing for a few...
The security measures for the protection, the guards on the gates.
Whatever changed.
si c'est gratos, on prend tout. Hein. Ok. Et hangar. Vous voulez une autre bière?
Would you like another...
More trouble.
It's gonna get even worse.
You were about to say something about the orcs.
Oh yeah, right.
Les
The
orques
orcs are
représentent pas la moindre menace pour la
absolutely
ville.
no threat to the city. They're stuck in the valley of
dans la vallée des
mines,
mines et les paladins
and
tiennent
the
le
pass
corps.
is held by the paladins. Not even a meat bug could get through there.
Nothing you can do about it.
Vous voulez une
Would
autre
you like
bière?
another beer?
Well, I won't say no to a decent
Allez.
pint.
Vas-y, papote encore.
I'm no better off myself. You listen to the wrong people.
They've even spotted an orc outside of town.
Yeah, right. The dangerous orc outside the city. A real monster of an orc. Well, he's bound to attack the city soon. Listen, we'll kick that fat orc in his fat ass if he comes too close to the city. Got it?
I see.
It's gonna get even worse.
Insisted he knew better.
Bon, on va lui en filer une
Would you
autre.
like another beer?
A tasty bitter ale is absolutely the best.
As if I didn't have enough completely. He
It's
never
gonna
would
get
have
even
thought of that
worse.
himself.
You know, you don't often meet someone who'll treat you to a beer. You're all right.
Ok, bon, il a plus rien à dire. Petite sauvegarde.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The security measures for the protection of the upper quarter will be further strengthened.
Hey, you! I am Hacken, the weapons dealer. Every man should carry a weapon these days, especially when venturing outside of the city walls.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Que savez-vous sur la disparition des citoyens de Khorinis?
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Khorinis?
I have seen many pass through the eastern city gate. Some of those who came I had never seen before in my life. And many of those who went out never came back. But what happened the other day was really quite strange. There was this fellow who came here. I think his name is Joe. He bragged that he would soon come into some serious money. He claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers where the militia keep their arms. I haven't seen him since, even though I used to bump into him around the same time every day. I reported this to the militia. I thought that maybe he had been caught and thrown into the dungeon. But Lord Andre had no idea what I was talking about. He didn't even know the fella.
Really? How interesting.
Do you know anything about the Paladins?
Yes. Those guys are ruining my business. All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than a foot and a half. In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
It's really not my problem.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the Paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there, because of the bandits for one thing, and also on account of wild beasts. Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
Listen to the wrong people.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city, and I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
I agree with you completely. I agree with you completely.
Savez-vous qu'au sein de la milice, ça prépare aux recherches?
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is
s'appelle Pablo. Il est parti à la recherche des brigands avec plusieurs de ses compagnons, mais il ne l'a pas
They didn't
trouvé.
find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
Où vous ont-ils attaqué?
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akil's
À
farm.
proximité de la ferme d'Aki.
Just go out of the city gate from here.
Ouais, je sais
Follow
où
the
c'est.
road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps.
C'est là que c'est
The
fumé.
bastards came from there.
Leur cachette se trouve non loin dans les
I bet
bois.
they have their hideout back there in the woods.
D'accord. Je vais m'en
I'll
occuper.
deal with it.
What? You want to take on the
Échange
bandits?
des brigands tout
By
seul.
yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
That's a dangerous business. Well, it's all right with me.
100 pièces d'or.
I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you defeat the bandits.
Really? How interesting.
Show me your wares.
Ouah, une vache à deux mains, 140 de force.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Épée bâtard grossi. Hache de marin.
These are bad times.
Bâton fuge. Croc de loup. Ouais.
I never knew that.
That's not what I heard.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Someone's gonna do
Une
it.
protection contre les armes, ouais, ça peut être sympa.
I know better off myself.
Qu'est-ce qu'on peut lui vendre à lui?
I never knew
Works
that.
all day too.
Tabac à la pomme, marteau. On va lui vendre des haches rouillées, ouais. Une épée, ça. C'est quoi ça? Prisonniers, non, je garde. Des dagues. Merde. Tac, non, flèche je garde. Ok. J'ai passé de level, ça c'est plutôt sympa. J'ai 10 points d'apprentissage, ok. Sauvegarder.
Martial law is immediately declared in all cities and regions of the
I've gotta
realm.
go.
All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins, effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or
Pablo, tiens.
resistance against the king's guards most severely.
What do you know about the bandits?
They've all come from that blasted mining colony. But there are several splinter groups. Some are holed up in the mountains, and others have joined up with Ona, the landowner. But it's the bandits outside of town who cause the most problems. They're the reason that none of the merchants venture beyond the city gates now.
Qui ont détroussé le marchand à Cône.
What do you know about the bandits who robbed Hakon the merchant?
Oh, that matter. Don't remind me. As far as we know, they're responsible for a lot of the attacks on merchants. Those rats have crawled into their holes and don't dare come out again. Once we were able to track them down and follow them, but we broke off pursuit in the woods outside the city. There's too many beasts roaming around there. It's much too dangerous. But there's one more thing. A few of the stolen goods have shown up in Khorinis.
This means that they know how they can smuggle the wares into town and sell them.
Yeah, we suspect they have a fence in the city, but we haven't been able to catch the guy yet. If you find out anything about the business, remember Lord Andre has posted a bounty for the fence.
Ok. D'où viennent ces bandits qui avaient l'avis de recherche me concernant?
Where did the bandits who had my wanted poster come from?
We picked them up near the landowner's place, but they didn't look like Onar's people. I think they're part of a smaller group which is holed up in the mountains near Onar's farm. But if you intend to go there, let me warn you, those cutthroats make short work of everyone.
I'll remember that.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
How's the situation?
At the moment, it's quiet.
Ok. Petite sauvegarde, peut-être même une sauvegarde. Voilà.
Got my own opinion about
Bartok.
That's what I've always said.
Prenez-moi un discret. Ouais, je vais le prendre.
Teach me how to sneak around.
All right. So first, you have to make sure that you shift your weight properly. To achieve that, bend your knees and always put your foot down heel first. Make sure that you always keep your weight on the foot you're standing on until you've got your other foot securely placed. Most creatures you can't sneak up on unless they're sleeping. The beasts just smell you. So always pay close attention when you're out there.
D'accord. Donc je peux me mettre en sneak. Ah.
Where did you pick that up then?
Comment je me mets en sneak?
I don't believe that.
Sneak. Yeah.
What are you up to?
Oui, oh, ça va, ça va, ça va, ça va, ça va, ça va. D'accord. Alors je vais marquer mercredi 16h. Excusez-moi, je regarde vite fait un truc. Mercredi. Mercredi 31, ok. Allez, on est reparti. Ça c'est qui? Citoyen, citoyen. Brian. Eh, where is Brian? Ben il est là.
New in the city, huh? I'm Brian. I'm Master Harrod's apprentice.
Can I buy weapons from you?
Not really. I'm merely an assistant. The weapons that are made in this smithy are collected by the militia and taken to the towers where they're stored. But if it has anything to do with forging, maybe I can help you.
What can I get from you?
I can sell you some steel billets.
Des billets d'acier, ouais. Non mais j'en veux pas pour l'instant. Comment être l'apprenti du forgeron?
What's it like to be the smith's apprentice?
Why do you ask? You want to be my successor?
Maybe.
Why not? I'm almost done with my apprenticeship, and then I'm gonna leave the city. But not because of Harrod. He is a good master. I have learned a lot from him.
Pourquoi voulez-vous quitter la ville?
Why do you want to leave this town?
Because the people here are getting on my nerves above all the other masters. I still remember what a fuss it was getting accepted as an apprentice with Harrod. Really, every one of them jokers had something to say about it. I want to decide for myself who I can or can't take as an apprentice.
Où sont les autres maîtres?
Who are the other masters?
Well, there's Thorpen the carpenter, Bosper the bowmaker, Constantino the alchemist, and Matteo.
D'accord.
He sells armor, but first of all, he's a merchant. All the masters have their houses here on the street, and Constantino's shop is in the underpass to the temple.
Dites-moi plus sur Maître Harrod.
Tell me more about Master Harrod.
He's not in a very good mood right now. A few days ago, the paladins came and ordered him to forge some swords for them. They've even forbidden him to sell swords to anyone else. Now he slaves day and night to finish the job as quickly as possible.
Ok. Donc ça m'a donné le piège des bandits. Où sont les personnes disparues? Joe, ok. Ok. Bien. Ok. Lui c'est Régis.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do... But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
Has anything...
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
What else can you tell?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, I was once in a brawl with a citizen. That little matter cost me 50. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Has anything...
Oh well, all's quiet.
Ok Régis, merci. D'accord, je me retrouve là, donc j'ai fait le tour. On n'y voit rien, donc on va peut-être aller faire dodo. C'est pas là, c'est de l'autre côté. Là c'est vers la rue Marchand, vers la place du Palais et vers la rue Marché. Quoi? Je crois que j'ai vu l'entrée d'une auberge quelque part par là, il me semble. Ah ouais, auberge à la bourse endormie.
Ah, customer, what can I do for you?
Bah d'après toi. J'ai des
I have a few questions.
Où puis-je acheter des choses?
Where can I buy something around here?
The market is directly in front of the door. You should be able to. There are a few more shops and craftsmen on the other side. Also, there's a fishmonger in the harbor district. His shop is right at the harbor.
Directement, parlez-moi de la ville.
Tell me about the...
Khorinis is one of the wealthiest cities within the kingdom, even if it doesn't look like it at the moment. But since the Orc War started, trade has almost come to a complete standstill. The king has requisitioned the entire merchant fleet for military service, which means that hardly any ships come into the harbor now. So, the supply of goods is very scarce now, and many citizens of the town are very worried. Nobody really knows what the future will bring. There's basically nothing we can do but wait and see what happens. It's not like we can change anything.
Ok. Je cherche une chambre, oui.
I'm looking for a room.
Ah, you're in the right place then.
One of the paladins told me that I could spend the night here for free.
Yes, yes. Just go up the stairs. We still have 1 or 2 beds free.
Pourquoi est-ce que les... Oui.
Why do the paladins pay for everything?
I don't know what that's all about either. For one thing, I think they want to get all the poor suckers off the streets so they don't make any mischief. And for another, they want to get on the good side of the traveling traders. Now that the farmers are rebelling, we have to rely on the traders for provisions. Besides, I think they want to improve the morale in the city a bit. Lord Andre has even arranged for free beer to be given out at the Gala Square.
Qui demeure?
Who's staying here at the moment?
Almost all of them are traveling traders from the market.
Aha.
Don't even think about messing with their stuff. I don't want any trouble here.
Mais non. Oh, les jolis poissons. Petite sauvegarde. Une porte.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
D'accord. Ça. Oh, pas bon.
What's the matter?
Je suis trompé de bouton. Il n'y a pas de problème, Sarah. Rendors-toi. Merde. Ah, je vais me faire discret, mais je peux pas voler. Pas cool. Ah merde, c'est le prédicteur. Non, je suis con. Bon, allez, on va faire dodo. Jusqu'à l'aube, ouais. Ah bah ils sont tous barrés. Rien à piquer. Merde. Ah bah désolé, je viens de recevoir un coup de téléphone, je vais devoir couper le live plus tôt que prévu. C'est pas grave, on aura fait déjà 1 heure. On aura pris quelques quêtes. Et gagné un level, ce qui est plutôt pas mal. Il me reste 5 points d'apprentissage. Donc je vais me mettre ici et comme ça je saurai qu'il faut que je parle Merci Tran, t'es un amour. Enfin une bonne... Putain, t'es vraiment toi. Sérieux. Allez, bisous à tous, c'est moi qui ai tellement... Non, c'est pas toi, non. Allez, bisous, bisous, à plus tard.